Galiff Street Bird Market, wings of hope and whispers of goodbye. Galiff Street never repeats itself. No matter how many Sundays you visit, it always feels like a new story. The birds may change, the faces may rotate, but the feeling, that flutter in your chest, never leaves. This is not just a market, it's an evolving memoir. And today, we return, not just to look, but to listen. Tucked away in quieter corners of the street, something extraordinary happens. Whispers spread. Did you see the blue macaw today? A rare toucan just arrived, only one in the city. And so you follow the whispers. There they are, majestic, almost unreal. Scarlet macaws, African grey parrots, birds that belong in documentaries or rainforests, somehow here, sharing space with common finches and pigeons. Some of these birds have been rescued, some imported. Each carries mystery in their eyes. Some look scared, some strangely calm, but all feel important, as if carrying messages from faraway lands. Pause near a regular vendor. People don't just buy birds here, they bond, they trust, and in those bonds lies Kolkata's quiet magic. But behind every sold bird, there's a goodbye. You can feel it in the eyes of sellers, in the silence that follows once the cage is carried away. Some vendors raise these birds for years, watching them grow, talk, mimic their own voice. And when they finally part, it's not always business, it's a gentle heartbreak. Some smile, others look away. Galiff Street isn't just about connections, it's also about letting go. By now you'll notice Galiff Street isn't just birds. You'll find rabbits twitching in straw baskets, guinea pigs cuddled together like plush toys, fish tanks bubbling beside colourful aquatic plants, even reptiles, turtles, iguanas, resting in custom cages. The market has evolved, from a bird bazaar to a full-blown pet sanctuary. Each corner offers wonder, each vendor a different universe. But no matter what species, the story remains the same, a search for connection. Of course, not everyone sees Galiff Street with wonder. Animal activists raise valid questions. Should birds be caged at all? Are all these animals treated humanely? And yes, not every stall is kind, not every seller is responsible. But change begins with awareness. You'll see buyers asking about diet, about care, about space. Some vendors now refuse to sell if they sense neglect. There are whispers of regulation. It holds mirrors to our joys, our contradictions, our longing to own beauty, and our willingness to care for it. Every chirp here is more than sound. It is memory, tradition, resistance, and sometimes redemption. So next time you're here, don't rush. Stand still, watch, listen, and you might just feel a wing brush against your soul. Because Galiff Street isn't just a market, it's Kolkata's heart, in 100 cages, waiting to sing. Sometimes the most powerful freedom is not the one we take, but the one we learn to respect. There's a chill in the air, not just of weather, but of realization. We've heard the songs, we've seen the colors, but now, We listen to what isn't said. Because some stories don't chirp. Some stories wait in silence. There are birds here who haven't flown in years, wings clipped, not by cruelty, but by commerce. In the farthest corners of the market, cages sit with no buyers around them. A pair of cockatiels huddle. A lovebird sleeps alone. No calls, no interaction. These aren't the heroes of the market. They're the forgotten ones. The stock no one picked. The ones left behind week after week. And yet, they still sing. Not because anyone listens, but because that's what they were born to do. Some vendors have been here for decades. Their fathers stood at the same stall. Their sons will too. You meet a man in his 60s who still carries a bamboo cage on his shoulder, like it's his childhood friend. He doesn't need the money anymore. He comes for the conversations, for the routine, for the birds who remember him by voice. He says, "I've raised over 10,000 birds in my life, but I still miss my first parrot. His name was Gopal." Galiff Street, for many, isn't just a job. It's an inheritance, a living museum of memory and tradition. You see all kinds of buyers here. A rich collector who arrives in an SUV and leaves with a rare finch. A young couple buying their first pet with bright, naive hope. A lonely man who visits each Sunday just to talk to the birds. He never buys. But the vendors know him. The birds seem to know him too. Every face reflects a reason. Some come for beauty, some for company, some simply to feel seen. And while birds are sold, emotions are traded. And ask yourself, can a bird truly be happy in a cage? You look closer. Some cages are gold, some are rusted. Some birds play, some are silent. Some seem content, others confused. Maybe the answer isn't binary. Maybe it's about who buys, why they buy, what happens next. Because a cage isn't always prison. Sometimes it's shelter, but sometimes it's just convenience. Galiff Street forces us to ask, are we owners of beauty or caretakers of life? Seasons change, vendors age, birds come and go, but Galiff Street remains. You visit again after months. A boy who once helped carry cages is now selling his own. A stall you loved is gone. Replaced by another face, another setup. But the rhythm continues, like clockwork. Because this place is larger than individuals. It's a system, a pulse, a Kolkata tradition wrapped in feathers and dust. And the stories? They're still unfolding, one Sunday at a time. Galiff Street is not a market, it's a metaphor. A place where freedom is washed, where beauty is weighed, where silence sings. And as you walk away, you carry the sound of fluttering wings, not behind you, but within you. Because once you've listened to Galiff Street, you'll never hear silence the same way again. In a world obsessed with flight, perhaps the bravest act is to stay and sing.